Hey everyone, so in today's video, I'm going to compare two all-in-one course platforms head-to-head. The platforms that I'm talking about specifically are Skillplate and Forento. They are both really powerful platforms that basically allow you to create courses, you can build communities, and launch branded websites. So we are going to compare them side by side to see which one is truly better. By the way, if you are looking for quality business software that will help you increase your productivity and sales, you'll want free access to my Notion doc of my must-have SaaS tools for digital entrepreneurs. Now, I'm also in the process of adding the best Black Friday deals I find here as well. So click the link down below to claim it. The Skillplate lifetime deal starts at $79 and it currently has 45 reviews. Now they do take 10% of the sales you make through Skillplate for tier 1, but the commission they take will decrease the higher tier you get. Tier 5 is about $500 and they will take 5% of the commission you make. But keep in mind your limits will also increase the higher tier you go as well. Now, if you don't want them to take any commission from your sale, you actually can add a $400 add-on, so zero commission fee for life, even with tier 1. There's also a second add-on for additional video storage hours as well. Also keep in mind that the tiers are tied to either the starter, basic, growth, or pro plan that's listed on their website, which is right over here. So really the features in each plan are not different. It's essentially the limits. Now the Forento lifetime deal starts at $49 and it currently has 105 reviews. Now keep in mind that Forento has been on sale for at least 1 or 2 years on AppSumo, so naturally it's been collecting quite a bit of reviews over the past few months, few years. Now this deal is structured very differently. So you can either grab access to their basic or their startup plan. Now the startup plan gives you more features than the basic plan, but both will take 10% of the sales that you make through the platform. But if you want them to take less commission, then you can go for more codes. So if you grab 3 codes, you'll have the basic plan, but they will only take 5% of your sales in terms of commission. But if you want the features in the startup plan, you'll need 4 codes, and that will also drop down the commission to 5%. And then lastly, if you want 2% of the commissions taken from you, for the basic plan, you would need 5 codes or 6 codes if you want the startup plan features. So the AppSumo lifetime deal is basically tied to this basic or this start plan, but they do have a higher plan called Scale, which gives you all of the features. Now, when you purchase the Forento AppSumo lifetime deal, they will actually try to sell you on the Scale plan for just $49 per month. And that does come with 0 sales commission and all of the features. So just keep that in mind. Now, this is the Skillplate dashboard. You can view all of your business performance at a glance. Now, under orders, you can track all of the customers who purchased for you, when they purchased, and the items that they purchased. And what's cool is that you can dive deeper into each of your students. So this is one of my students here. You can see how many courses they are enrolled in. You also have the opportunity to unenroll them in a course. And what's also really neat is you could view their activity feed. So you can see exactly which modules they are on and how many lessons they complete, and also the percentage of each lesson they complete. Now, there are a variety of products you can create inside Skillplate. So as you can see here, you can create, of course, an online course, a product bundle, set up a community, sell a generic product, and also a digital download. Now, to create an online course, just give it a course name, and then we need to specify what kind of course we are creating. So I'm just going to click on business. And then you have 2 options. You can manually create your entire course, or you could use the Skillplate AI to generate the outline of your course. So it basically reads your course name, and then the AI will create all of the module names and the lesson names. And then you would need to go in and then record the videos yourself, add all of the information into each of the lessons that the AI creates for you automatically. But for me, I like creating courses myself because I know exactly what my audience needs and wants. So you can click on create, and then the first thing you need to do is add a module, and then just add the module title. And for each module, you can add a lesson. So if I click on add lesson and then give it a lesson title, this is where you can drag and drop a video from your computer. Now, Skillplate hosts all of your videos, images, and documents. So if you want to add a video to this lesson that you've uploaded previously, you can basically select any of the videos and click on done. So now this video will be added to my first lesson. Also, by the way, make sure you are saving the lesson. I gave it a title, but then it went back to untitled lesson. So let me add the title again, then just make sure you click on save, just like that it properly saves. So we have the title, the lesson video. You can also upload subtitles as well. And this is the lesson description. So you can basically add any text you want, you can format it. You also can insert media. So if you don't want Skillplate to host your lesson videos, you can basically add, like, say, for example, a YouTube link right here. So they can basically watch your YouTube video instead of the video hosted from Skillplate. Now on the right-hand side, you can set the lesson status, availability, and drip. So you can make this as coming soon. So if checked, the module will be unavailable and show as coming soon in the education portal. You also can drip content. So you can configure when the content should be made available to students on a specific date, or drip after a set number of days. And then this is the thumbnail, and you can upload lesson resources, so any files or links that are relevant to your lesson. Okay, now let me show you the details of my affiliate copy GPT system course. Okay, so this is a course that I'm actively selling right now. I created this course specifically for Skillplate. So as you can see here, I have 3 modules, and you could see there's video lessons in each module. So this is my second lesson in module 1. So you can see the video here, and this is the description. And again, you can format the text however you want to. You also can create bundles. So we first need to name it, then click on create. We can add a subtitle to this bundle and the product description. And here is the powerful part. So the pricing options. Now this is available for any products you sell on Skillplate. So you can make it free. So allow access to your content free of charge. You can make this a one-time payment, or if you want to do installments, you can set that up as well. So if your course or if your product is very expensive, you can set installments, you can set the number of payments you want. And lastly, you can also set up a monthly subscription. Now it could be a monthly, or it could be, daily, weekly, even yearly subscriptions as well. So that's pretty neat. Now to add products in the bundle, we basically select the courses here. You could also, if you have any communities, generic products, or digital downloads, you will be able to access them and select them here as well. So I want these 2 courses to be added to my AI bundle, then click on save. Okay, so now we have 2 products in our bundle that we can sell. Now, when it comes to selling your products, many times you want to encourage people to buy. So what you can do is actually set up discounts. So you can add a discount code, select the type and value. So if you want a percentage discount or a fixed discount, you can do that. So maybe you want like 100% off. That's something you can do to make your product completely free. You can set limits, and you can specify what your discount code applies to. So all products or specific products you sell. You can also set the duration as well and the active dates of your discount code. So after someone uses your discount code to purchase your product, they will log in, and this is the student view. So right now I am in the module called the Winning Affiliate Strategy, and these are the 3 lessons in this module, and the name of the course is called the Affiliate Copy GPT System. I could view my course progress here, watch the lesson video, and then read about the lesson right here. And if there are any resources I've added, I can click here to reveal all of the resources. I can also add my own personal notes as I am consuming the lesson material. Now, if you are that person who likes dark mode, you can toggle the dark mode on to make it a little bit easier on your eyes. Now, as you are going through each lesson in the course, to move forward, you just click on next, and then it takes you to the next lesson. You can consume the information, then click on complete because this is the last lesson in the module. Now I'm in the second module, lesson number 1. Okay, so that was the student backend. Now I want to show you the website. So you can essentially build an entire website for your education business. So Skillplate truly is an all-in-one tool that you could use to promote your products, sell your products, and deliver your products. So these are all of my website pages. You could also view product specific pages and also landing pages as well. Now you can build, as many pages as you want. So if you click on add page, you can name your website page and then customize it. You also can create like a one-off landing page as well to focus more on, like a specific product you want to sell versus more of like a general website page. Now let's edit my homepage. So right now we are in the website builder. So we can click and edit anything we want. So I can say something affiliate marketer and coach. Now, depending on the element that you select, it'll open up this dropdown with additional design settings. So for the text elements, we can click and add the text right here, or we can edit and change the text on the left-hand side as well. Now, it's very easy to set all of your website pages up. You don't really need to think too much, right? Like in terms of the spacing, the sizing, it all kind of works. Like say, for example, the text size, you only have like 4 options. So if you want it small, medium, large, extra large, you can very quickly change the text size without you having to fidget with like the pixel numbers, things like that. So they make it very easy for you to edit all of the elements on your website. Now let me go to the product page. So this is my product page for the Affiliate Copy GPT system. Now this layout that you see, it all comes from Skillplate. I didn't have to think about anything. Like I didn't need to decide, okay, I want the image on the left, I want the text on the right. This entire layout does come from Skillplate. And to be honest, this looks really, really good. Now it's very simple because I didn't add too many elements, but they do have tons of elements you can add. So you can add images, video, text. These are all of the sections you can add. Like maybe if I want to showcase testimonials and reviews, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 types of testimonials and reviews I can choose from. So I can click into this one here and it automatically gets added. Then I could just basically add the testimonial, then add the avatar, change the author name, the author title, and then I can go on to testimonial number 2 and then make the changes like that. So as you can see, everything looks really nicely spaced out. It's very easy on the eyes. It looks really modern. Now, when it comes to more general settings for your site, you have the option to add an announcement bar to showcase any special promos or deadlines. These are all of the sections. So again, I wanted this to be super simple. So I have the featured product section and then the course program section. So basically 2 sections here. You can turn on or off your footer, and you also have the option to add pop-ups. So they give you 2 default pop-ups, a promotional one and a video pop-up. If you want additional ones, you can add another pop-up and add specific information that you want to for your pop-up. So you can set the behavior of it, give it a backdrop overlay, pop-up style, so on and so forth. Okay, so I am viewing my product page as an outside visitor, so I can go in here, read about it. If I like it, I can click on Get Now, and then it'll take me to this sales page where I can add all of my payment details. And if there is a discount code, I can apply that right over here and click on Pay. So very nicely laid out, very, very professional. Now, if I am a current student that already paid, I can click on Login, add my email and my password to access my course and start consuming it. So as you could see, it does have my branded logo right here as well. Now, when it comes to branding, you can set that up even further under settings. Okay, so if you go to branding, you can add your logo and favicon. You can remove the Skillplate branding, and you can select various font styles, add custom CSS if you want to, even change like the accent colors. If you want really eye-catchy gradients, you can set that up as well. And when it comes to localization for the language, these are all of the languages you can choose from. Okay, so take a look at all of them right here. And for payments, you can connect your Stripe account. And for domains, you can very easily select or add your own custom domain. You can add tracking as well. So Google Tag Manager, GA4, and also the Facebook pixel, and add your own custom scripts as well to the checkout, the landing page, and the portal. They also have webhooks. So if someone does an action on Skillplate, you can push that information to a third party. Okay, so that is Skillplate. As you could see, fairly easy to set up your products, design your website to make it look like your own, right? Now let's jump to Forento. So right now I am in the dashboard. You can see a couple of high-level information about your business performance. So with Forento, it is split into 2 parts, your public-facing website and your academy. Let's first go to the website editor. It will open up a new tab to allow you to access the website editor. Okay, here we go. So this is my homepage. So very similar to Skillplate, you can basically select anything you want and add anything you want like that. You also have the option to make things like vertical aligned to the center. Now I tried to align this. Let me go back. Okay, vertical alignment, align to center. So it's not as easy to make changes compared to Skillplate. As you could see here, I am a little bit struggling here. So I'm just gonna let me go and click on align to center. Okay, so I think it was already aligned to center. That's why when I clicked on it, I didn't see anything changing. So okay, that makes sense. Now you can add additional blocks. Okay, so on the left-hand side, these are all of the various blocks you can choose from. So there's headers, a gallery, about us, contact us, so on and so forth. Let's do FAQ. Let's see what kind of FAQ blocks they have. Okay, let's do kind of like a more standard FAQ. So let's do this one right here. I can just go in and drag it. Okay, so this is my FAQ block. Now I'll click on Edit Accordion, and this is where I can change the question and then provide the answer right here. I can, of course, format the text however I want to. I can also drag each question up or down to reorder it and also create additional Q&As. As you can see, there is a lot of white space, so you can click on these 3 dots, click on block background, and you can add an image or a video for the background. Or if you want a solid color, I believe you can change that as well. So something maybe a little darker if you want to, or brighter, anything you want. Now, aside from full-on blocks, you can add more specific elements. Okay, so if you want to drag and drop an image slider, logos of companies you've worked with, buttons, contact form, e-commerce, so product filter and products. I'll show you how this works in a moment. You can also create blog articles for your website, and there's these integrations and miscellaneous elements as well, including custom HTML. So you could basically add any code from any third-party tool, and this is the HTML code element right here. So you enter the code label, and then you paste the HTML code right here, and then click on embed code. You can also change the main colors of your site. There's various motion effects, and if you want to save and publish, just click on publish and it will automatically save and be accessible to the public. Now let me take you to the courses. So this page is what will house all of the courses that you are selling. So right now this is a template, but depending on how many courses you have, it'll automatically populate the course in each of these boxes. And then for additional website settings, you can go into dashboard, view all of the pages that is a part of your website here. So these are the main pages, secondary pages or system pages like a 404 page, offline page, terms and conditions, so on and so forth. So I really like how they organize your website pages like this. You can also edit the SEO settings for each page. So if you go to homepage, you can edit the page title, description, so on and so forth. You could view your articles, templates, integrations, fonts, even pop-ups. Okay, so this is my live website as an outside viewer. So this is the FAQ section. I can open up these accordions. This is a 3-column section here, an image with a call to action, some images here, so on and so forth. Now let me go to my courses. So right now I did create one course. So that's why you will only see one course. Now the other day I was trying to add a thumbnail here, but for some reason the thumbnail was not saving. So that's why you will see this huge white space here. Now, personally, I don't really like how this is laid out. I wish this was more center aligned. Now, if I click on go to course, it'll go into my academy, okay? And I'll go into this in a few seconds. But overall, I think for the Forento website design capabilities and also the looks and the layout, I think it's okay. It's much harder to design compared to Skillplate. I think with Skillplate, they basically give you really nice looking sections and layouts, and all you do is just switch out the information. But here they do that as well, but I don't think it looks as great. Right? I think there's just way too much white space between the elements, and I feel like the text is on the smaller side. Of course, you can increase the text, but then you do need to do that yourself. I think with Skillplate, everything looks excellent right off the gate, but with Skillplate, you do need to spend much more time designing things exactly how you want to. But I do expect you to create a website that does look like how you want it to, because it does have all of the features you need. But right off the gate, it just looks okay. It's nothing too fancy or eye-catchy in my opinion. So as you could see here, it doesn't look as great as the Skillplate website. Okay, so that was the website. Now let's go into the Academy section. So the Academy will house all of your content. Okay, so you can create entire courses, you can create a la carte videos. So maybe if you want to share a masterclass or a private interview, you can upload those videos into your Academy. You can also share any downloadables like PDFs, checklists, things like that. Now, when it comes to bundles, unfortunately, the AppSumo Lifetime Deal does not give you the ability to create bundles, but with memberships, you can create memberships for your academy. So Forento really wants to push you to their monthly add-ons, okay? So all the AppSumo customers have the option to add a $19 per month, no commission add-on, or they can grab the Scale add-on for just $49 per month, and that's down from $149 that's listed on their website. So I think with the AppSumo campaign, their goal is basically for you to go for the Scale add-on at $49 per month. It does give you 0 sales commission and basically all of the features, including the bundles. And if you remember, with Skillplate, you can create bundles, but with Forento, you can do it only if you are on the monthly scale plan. Now, to create a course, we need to give it a title and a short description. Now, another limitation that we will come across is the ability to issue certificates. So you cannot issue certificates if you are on the AppSumo lifetime deal, but you can enable comments and automatically approve comments. Now I'm going to click on create course. Okay, so I have 2 courses that are in draft mode. Let me edit the AI 101 course. Now at first I was a little confused because when I was looking at chapters, I thought these were lesson chapters, but chapters are actually modules in your course. And then they're called pages. So the lessons are called pages, okay? So the chapters will house your pages. Now in each page, you can add a video, audio file, text, like a form input. You can also add a quiz and a custom element. So like you can add any title you want and then enter page content. Now, I don't know why they didn't add a form here. It's basically just an empty space and you just need to assume to enter your information right here. And you can highlight it, make it into, a heading, add bullet points if you want to. So I can go in here, do an unordered list, so on and so forth. You also can add an attachment, like a file attachment, like an image or a PDF, or you can add links as well. Now to add a lesson video, you have 4 options. You can upload a file from your computer, add a YouTube link, Vimeo, or Loom. So to add a lesson video from my computer, I first need to give it a title, then the text, and then I can add the video, and then now it is uploading. Now, unfortunately, unlike with Skillplate, you cannot view all of the files you've already uploaded. You need to basically always upload that file again. Say for example, you have one video that you want to add to multiple courses, you need to constantly upload it again and again. You can't view your library and select it inside the tool. You always need to drag it and drop it into the tool. Now, these are the advanced video settings, so you can add your custom thumbnail and captions here, and you can add additional file attachments and add links. Now, let me cancel it. Now, one thing I noticed is that when you add any of these elements, say for example, if I do audio and I don't want to add anything, I can't click out of it. If I click cancel, it automatically gets added here. So you really need to make sure you click on delete if you don't want it to be added to this list. So a little quirk. Now let me go into this course that I published. So this course is the exact same as what I have on Skillplate. So there are 3 chapters here, or you can call them modules. And in each chapter, there's pages, okay? So you could see here, there's 3 video lessons, and I have a text page. So this is the text. You can upload an image, and see, I can't exit out of the pop-up. I always need to, I guess, click on cancel, okay? This is a quiz, so you can create quizzes. This is the question, and then the multiple choice. You can select the right answer, add an image, and let me cancel it. And this is kind of like a generic form. So with this generic form, you have the option to have people put information on a single line or multiple lines, and also add an image to it as well. Now, as people are answering your quiz questions, you can view those answers under exam. So they will be listed out right here. Now for the course settings, you can view all of those right here. So this is your general course information. Let me try to add the thumbnail. Okay, so that is my thumbnail. Let me click on Save Changes. And same thing as what I came across before. I click on Save Changes, but nothing happens. So that is a bug. But aside from that, you can add your basic title, course title information, description. You can enable free navigation if you want to. Also add tags. And this is the exam section. Unfortunately, you cannot issue certificates and there is no chapter dripping. You do need to grab their scale plan, course presentation. This is kind of like the sales copy for your course, and I'll show you how that looks like in a moment. And then the very important price and availability. So you have a variety of access controls, so you can make this course completely free, or make it paid, add it to a membership, or add it to a paid and membership plan. This is the price. You can limit access time as well. So, 3 months, something like that. And if you want people to test out your course, you can add them right over here. Now, as I said earlier, you can also add a la carte videos into your academy. So here I added this video. This is the title, the description, the short description rather, and then the main description with the thumbnail and then pricing. So what's really cool about all of these content pieces is that you can maintain strict access control. So if you want it to be completely free, so basically they don't need to sign in or create an account into your academy. You can make certain pieces of information completely free to the public, or you can only make them accessible after they create an account in your academy. You can make it paid, part of a membership, or paid and membership. Now for this a la carte video, I did select membership. So everyone in my basic tier will have access to this video. So I really like these access controls that you can set for each one of your content pieces in your academy. The same goes for downloadables as well. So I added this infographic. Now I really wish I could just click anywhere here to access it, but I need to click on this little icon to edit it. So this is the thumbnail, access control. I made this free for everyone. They don't need to even have an account in my academy. They can access it. So I really like that. Now let's go to community. So Forento does have its own native community. Now keep in mind that it isn't too advanced. So these are the couple of posts that I created. So this is my welcome post. You can add an image and also like this poll style feature as well for your posts. So if I click on create post, give it a title and a text. And if I want an image, I can upload an image, even add a poll option if you want to. And you can also categorize your posts and add attachments. Then click on post to the general category area. So this is my latest post. And then you can create channels as well. And then these are the post categories. These are profiles of everyone in my community. And they added gamification. So you could view the leaderboard of all of your students. And you could also create messages. So you can converse with people in your community, and these are the community settings, okay? So you can set how many points each label has. So this is also the gamification portion of Forento. So I think that's pretty neat. Now this community feature is not available in Skillplate. So with Skillplate, they actually have a feature that allows you to connect a Discord channel, okay? So you can connect your Discord channel for the community feature, but with Forento, it's a native community. Now, as you know, Discord is a lot more advanced, right? With so many more options. So I really like that. But if you want something native, you'll have to go with Forento. But at the same time, the community is kind of bare bones. It works, but it isn't all too advanced like Discord or like Facebook groups or school, so on and so forth. Now you also can create sessions. Like say, for example, you want like a one-on-one coaching session in your community. You can do that. Right now I added like a private coaching session, and you can also set the access control. So maybe if you want to sell private one-on-one coaching, you can set that up right over here. And this is the redemption link. So if it is like a virtual meeting, you can add your Calendly to set a calendar invite, or a Zoom, something like that. You can set that up right here. And when it comes to events, you can set that up as well. So you can set a specific date and time for your events. And this is where you can set up your events, give it a start date and end date, and also make it paid as well if you want to. And this is where you can add your video call link. So you can add your Zoom link right over here. Or what's also cool is you can add this as part of your membership. Okay, so if you want this event only available to people in a specific tier of your membership, you can set that up right here. And for the business side of things, you can invite users, okay? So I added one person here. You can see, what products they purchased. And you could go even deeper into the user and see, the courses, videos they have access to, basically everything that you have in your academy, what they specifically have access to. And these are your analytics. You could view by week, month, year, or all time. And when it comes to collecting payments for your academy, you can connect either PayPal or Stripe. I did connect my PayPal and it was very easy to set up. Forento also has discount codes, okay? So very similar to Skillplate. You can give it a name, the code name, and for the discount, you have two options. You could do a percentage discount or dollar amount discount. Now, one thing I noticed is that you cannot do 100% discount. So I really wish there was a way to offer like free products, but there is a way. You could do dollar amount. So say, for example, you have a specific product in mind that you want to offer for free. That's, $49. You could set up a $49 discount so they can apply that to get the product completely free. Okay, so that is an option. But since this one is half off, I'm just going to do 50 and do percent. Okay, so 50% off discount code. You can limit the number of redemptions and also limit the redemption time as well. Then click on create. But first I need to set the max redemptions to be higher than 0. So I could do, 10. And here we have an error. Occurred while creating the discount code. Please try again. Let's maybe change the date to something further out. Click on create. And there's still an error. Not exactly sure why. So that's something that needs to be fixed. I'm glad we did come across that. Let me click on create. Okay, so there is an error with creating discount codes, but before I was able to successfully create this code right here. And for referrals. Now, this referrals is actually to be a Forento affiliate. So you can earn 40% commission from all users you refer. Now, this is not an affiliate program for your students, so they cannot sell your course and automatically get a cut. Same with Skillplate. There is no affiliate program that you can set up for your students. And these are all of the general settings. I do want to show you the email automation. So you can set up these automatic emails for specific actions. Okay, so if someone gets access to a product, they'll automatically get an email. Also a welcome email as well. But when it comes to designing the email, it's not that easy. So this is the default content. So as you can see here, it's very, very simple. If you want to add your own content and looks, you do need to add your MJML content or HTML code right here. So it isn't that easy to design the emails. Now let me show you the emails for Skillplate. So these are all of the emails that you can send out. So as you can see, much more emails, very, very specific emails here. Let me open up the course welcome. Okay, so I really like how you can toggle on and off the emails. Now let's go to course welcome. So this is where you can add the subject line and body of your email. So as you could see, it is much easier to design the email for Skillplate. They also have the variables readily accessible. But for Forento, you can see, okay, they do have placeholders here, but it's not that easy to catch right off the bat. So as you could see, Forento doesn't make it that easy for you to design the emails how you want to. Now, when it comes to customizing your academy, you can select your primary color. You can also add your logo, favicon, thumbnail, and you do have 2 theme options. And of course, you can add your own custom domain. Okay, so as a student, this is the academy view. Okay, so I am logged in as a student, and this is my dashboard. I could view the progress for all of my active courses. I can go into the course and start consuming the information. So this is like the overview of the course that I showed you earlier. So you can basically add any text you want, including checkboxes for whatever reason. You can do an overview of the chapters, resources that I've uploaded, comments, and inputs. Okay, so these are kind of like those general forms that you can have your students fill out. So to watch the lessons, click on continue, and then you can start watching the lessons. Okay, so the chapters are on the bottom right here, and each page is inside the accordions. So this is lesson 1, this is lesson 2. You can watch the video that's hosted in Forento, read the title, the description, click on continue, and then it'll go to the next page where you can watch the lesson. Now let me show you the 3 other pages. So this is the outline page, okay? So you can have just like text. So this is the text page. So this is the image. Now, unfortunately, they do crop the image to this very narrow banner. I wish they didn't crop it, but that's how it is. Now the quiz, this is how the quiz functions, okay? So you can ask a question. This is just like an attachment that I added here, and they can answer it. Click on continue to go to the next page, which is kind of like this form that they can fill out. So I basically said, carve out time on your calendar. It's important to carve out time on your calendar to plan out your offer. Write the day and time you will do that. So I can say something like Monday at 6 a.m., then click on continue. Now I'm in the second chapter, first page, so I can continue consuming my course like this. Now for the a la carte videos, that is accessible right here. Now it is free for everyone. They can watch the video here. This is the video presentation text. So if you want to add any text, it'll be listed out right here. And these are my downloadables. Sessions, so any one-on-one coaching sessions that I've added, you can access them right here. If you want to redeem, you can do so, and it'll go to the link that I set it up as. And we do have a community call in 1 hour, and this is the community section of my academy. So these are all of my posts. You can, thumbs up them. You can add a comment, but as you can see, it is pretty bare bone. And this is the leaderboard, any messages that I have. And what's also cool is I could view my membership. Okay, so you can set up like a monthly membership, have multiple tiers, and depending on which tier they are on, it'll unlock certain pieces of content in your academy. So I really, really like that. And this truly functions as your own academy because users can go and change their settings here and also view their billing, which I really like as well. Okay, so I think both tools are very similar to many respects, but after testing out both tools, I think Skillplate is the winner here. The UI UX is miles ahead. I really like the powerful features it has right off the gate, such as the enrollment settings. You could do a pre-order sale, so on and so forth. And you also can set up the availability and set it up as drip content, which is not available on the Forento lifetime deal. With Forento, the UI UX is clearly not as fully fleshed out. I do like how they give you options in terms of the pieces of content you can create for each of the pages in your chapters. And I also really like how you can create a la carte videos, downloadables, and set up the access according to the type of, student. Are they part of your membership? Are they signed into your academy or not? You have a lot of flexibility in terms of the accessibility of your content. So I really like that in Forento. Now, when it comes to the public-facing websites, I think Skillplate is also the winner here as well. Right off the gate, the layout just looks so much better without me having to really mess with anything. Everything is really nicely laid out already as is. They also have predefined ways to change certain things, like for headings, you can change it like that or like that. It's very easy to select things to change the visual aspects of all the elements on your website. And there are a variety of sections you can add to make it your own. So if you want a call to action section, you can do that. There's a variety of layouts and designs. So this is one call to action example. It looks really nice right off the bat. The spacing, the size of the text, everything just looks nice. Now on the flip side, I think Forento, the design, the layout clearly is not as nice, right? I think you can make it nice, but at the same time, it isn't as easy to make things look professional, especially if you don't have a design eye, right? So you can change the settings if you want to, make it like a vertical or fade in. Even as I'm selecting the settings, I'm kind of getting confused already. So it's not as easy to design the various elements of your website in Forento.